Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is a somewhat impromptu video about the Vox Pathfinder 10 for bass. I'm going to put it in the Bass Bogans playlist. I got this the other day because I think I've actually said it before, I've been doing bass lessons on the Fender Play website, which I'm not getting paid for, I'm not affiliated with. I've personally found it really helpful. So if you're struggling with some of the more complex bass theory components, head over to there and do the trial. Again, not sponsored by Fender, I just have found, personally my experience has been all around positive with the Fender Play program. That said, let's just have a quick little look at the Vox Pathfinder 10 for bass, because I needed something that I could practice with, and the amp that I've got is awful. I don't know how I can call it a bass amp when there is absolutely no bass production or replication of any description on that amp at all. I may as well have been playing through my guitar amp. But let's just play a low E before we get too sidetracked and this video ends up 40 minutes long for no reason. We'll play a low E and we'll see what the bass response is on that. I think that's pretty good. It is going to be rattly because firstly it's on this draw unit, so it's not entirely stable, and secondly the house that I live in rattles when you play bass. I'm sure your house is the same as well, because bass is a very low frequency that causes rumble. Amazing. The settings that I've got, I reckon I'm at about between 1 and 2 o'clock on the bass, but I have the treble turned all the way down because this Talman has active EQ in it, and for whatever reason that really messes with the treble on the amp and it ends up super bright. But I'll turn it up, put it on about halfway. You might want to turn your headphones down right now, you've been warned. And this is the low E again with the treble on halfway. Doesn't sound too bad. I was playing with it the other day and I thought it was too trebly, but doesn't sound too bad on the low. Maybe it was up higher that I was playing. So that's too bright for bass for my liking, so we'll turn that back down. I like that more, but maybe we could just add a bit of treble. Add a bit, so we got that little click. So I'm going to play a riff off. I'm going to play a riff from one of the songs that I'm working on for my EP for my band White Tees Only, White T-shirts Only, and it goes like this. I actually think my bass might be slightly out of tune, but I think that sounds nice and punchy and not too bright and not too bassy either. Bear in mind this is just a practice amp. These speakers are really small, they are that wide. So the distance between the edge and the cone is only that much. So there's 2 of those in there, and for the size of the speaker they perform pretty well. And again, considering that it's a practice amp, and the price, you guys, I paid I think 110 or 120 Australian dollars for this little guy here. And I was looking at one that was maybe triple that. And then I found this one and I thought, oh, you know what? It's $100. I'm just going to get it. It might not be any good, but that's fine. At least I'll be able to practice without having to plug everything into my computer, turn my computer on, blah, blah. And I am so pleasantly surprised with this. I did watch a couple of reviews on it. Wasn't sold before I bought it, but I thought, oh, you know what? At least I will be able to just do whatever I want. And it's really good. But I'm only demoing this again through the camera. I will try and do a better demo later, but I thought, shit, I've got no YouTube content scheduled. I better make something. You know, it's all about that content. But we'll turn this up a little bit and we'll play the same riff. So the bass sounds good, but it gets really rattly around about 3 o'clock, so we'll turn it back down to where I had it, around about between 1 and 2. And this has drive as well, so let me just turn that on. Sorry, turn it up. It's got a knob on it. So this is the drive at 9 o'clock. It starts to feedback immediately, but hey. Always pleasant to hear that feedback sound, but it already got a little bit out of control with not much drive, so we'll turn the bass down to about 10 o'clock. That's lovely. Thank you. I'm singing a song of its people. So the drive itself is really nice. It's feeding back a lot because, as I mentioned, this has active EQ, so it's essentially an active bass, but the pickups aren't. Only the EQ section of the Talman, this bass, has anything active. I haven't ever changed the battery in this, so that could be affecting the amp as well. But when you have an active bass of any description, you do run the risk of getting feedback back, and yeah, all kinds of weird shit happens. I was going to use my other bass, my Muddy Mudbucker, but I think that Volume Pot might have actually shit itself and it wouldn't turn on. It had no sound whatsoever, so we're using this one. But I was going to use a proper bass. What else was I going to say? See, this is what happens when I wing things. I just ramble and I can't remember what I'm going to demo. So I might just play like a full, I don't know, I'll play the verse, the pre-chorus and the chorus together on the setting that I like the best. I'm just going to turn the tone knobs around. Get rid of that. Oh, sorry, we'll play with the bright switch first. So now it's on. And that is why I was going to use Muddy Mudbucker, because Muddy Mudbucker needs the bright switch, and you could have actually seen and heard the difference if I had had that bass working. I'll do another proper, like a shootout between this one and that one when I change all the electronics in that one, which I have downstairs. But what I'll do, again, I will, let's just backtrack a little bit. I'll just play, so that's the verse, and I'll play a pre-chorus, and I'll play a chorus, and I can't guarantee that I won't stuff anything up, but I'll play a whole section of bass so that you can hear what it sounds like through the microphone on the camera, and that will give you a good idea of how the bass amp sounds in a room. So let's go. I forgot what I was playing. I thought I was going into a different song there. That's just meant to be. Nope. Should I quit playing bass? I think so. Wow, that was great, Sarah. Can you play that again? That was so good. Really, no. So that is a quick little heads up about what is going to come, a little bit of a demo, a little bit of talking about shit like I always tend to do, and hopefully I will have some content, some actual content for you soon. At the moment I'm working on my EP, that's why I have that song, and when I release that I will have a little bit more time to create Tonebogan Season 2 for you, so stay tuned for that. And I'm sorry that I haven't had time to post as much lately. I am posting the odd thing here and there on my Instagram, which you can find in the About section on my homepage. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys really soon, hopefully with some little clips from my EP. We're also going to break down the production for that EP as well, and that will be a little bit of free content for that, and then I will be putting that into a course so that you can, if you're a total beginner, this will be for you. I will break down how to set up, record, EQ, compress, add all the other effects that you don't actually need, and do a little bit of mastering at the end of that mix process. So hopefully that's something to look forward to as well, but Tonebogan Season 2 will come first. And I will catch you very, very soon. Thank you for watching.